What's up, guys? This is T. Mac.
It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Boston Celtics. Welcome to New York, home court advantage for the Knicks. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Now, here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Towns. To the paint. Hart, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Here's Tatum. And it's blocked by Towns.
And great reach and determination from the big fella. This is why Towns gets so many blocks. Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Bridges outside. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Here's Hart. Good, and this goes to Towns.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Now, here's Brown. That one doesn't drop.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
And sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning, and now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games. Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
The Knicks lead by 5. To the middle. Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 8.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Celtics trail by 7. Right side, White. Back to Holiday. No good from outside. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Back to Towns. And he makes good on the layup. 10 points for him.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
And finished off by Brown.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Towns. He's got 10. Wasted no time on that one.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Oh, the DNA of Jaylen Brown. This guy competes. They're responding with a 3 of his own.
Offensive rebound. Towns wide open. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting. And tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
Anunoby. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
And he gets the bucket.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Down low. Here's Brunson. Holiday with the defensive effort. Celtics trail by 7. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. And it's in there.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
The kick out to Towns. Back to Bridges. There's the 3. A rebound by the Celtics. Outside, White. Here's Holiday. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks.
The Celtics, 19.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like you figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. D.A., we thank you for that.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
The 3 from Tatum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 9.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Celtics substitution. Kristaps Porzingis. Drew Holiday.
New York trailing. Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Here's Anunoby. A three-pointer off the mark. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. The numbers will back it up, Brent, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Hart. Outside, Towns. Anunoby outside. To halt the run. And stolen by Horford. Porzingis with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. To the wing right side. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Knicks trailed by 3. Pass to Brunson. And the Knicks miss again. And so Horford will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Excellent display from Drew Holiday, running the fast break well and finding a way to nail that shot.
Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by New York.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Over to the wing. Back to Hart.
In the first half, 2 minutes.
Inside. The dunk by Achua.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just, I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court, and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious. And just because he might not be as big as some of the other guys that are on the floor, it doesn't dissuade him from getting in there and playing fearlessly on the glass.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
One shot.
And Payne no good on that one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
An incredible job, Brunson just measuring off that floater.
33.
Out to Porzingis. From past the arc. Robinson pulls it in. New York with the ball. And Brunson has it in the corner. New York moving it around. Robinson. It's good on the putback.
Mitchell Robinson, one of those guys who you could be blocking out, but it's just not enough at that length.
And the dunk by Porzingis. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Robinson with the block.
Such good instincts from Robinson there to throw that one away.
And they're able to recover. Pass to Hart. To the inside. Porzingis with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Horford no up. Brunson surveying the D. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Boston Celtics. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And so here is New York after the basket by Boston. Pass to Anunoby. Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. Needs to get off a shot. Hart, no good. Boston leading by 3. Towns comes with a double team. Here's Porzingis. Unloads from 13. Tries yet again. And it's good on the way in. Porzingis has got 9.
Kristaps on the inside that time doing some damage.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams, and we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
Let's hear it for you.
The Celtics with the lead. A 3 from Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
Jaylen Brown.
The Knicks shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
First team foul. Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
Second team foul.
The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential.
I put you in a pause screen, bitch.
potential alterations.
Let's give it up for your next record Astros.
The Knicks with the lead. Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson, going from role player now to all-star, what a ride. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Great focus from Drew there. The D was all over him, but it didn't seem to affect his focus. Gets that bucket to go.
Bridges misses.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
White, good. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And it's good for two.
You can't let someone like Hart get inside the D just asking to get burned.
Holiday attacking. It's rebounded by Towns.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now the Knicks with it. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
I like to see Payne just move the ball like that.
Here's Holiday. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
He's getting his first free throw attempt in the game here. The dunk by Achua.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Out to the right wing. This one for three. It's good from long range. And it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
This is why Payne takes a good number of threes. He's pretty effective from there.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Now that's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Pass to Payne. Driving to the basket. Chalk up 2 there. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Well, sometimes big men who set screens need rewards, and Robinson got one that time.
Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. 1:09 left to play in the third. And here is Bridges. And Towns gets it to go.
People talk about 3 and D with Bridges, but he can pass it too.
To the paint. Here's Pritchard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Austin with the ball. After the miss from Karl-Anthony Towns.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Three-pointer. A shot by Pritchard, no good. New York leading by 5. Anunoby outside. And then Karl-Anthony Towns with the jam.
Oh, my. Karl-Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
Pass to Horford. To the middle. Here's Pritchard. Bridges with some nice defense. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch.
The Celtics, 53.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 7. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's McBride. Off target from 3-point range. Pass to Pritchard. Launches the 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Now here's Payne. Down low. Here's Robinson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Horford.
A lot of people like Mitchell Robinson because he does what he's told to do, and that is stay in the lane. It's where he does a lot of damage, both defensively and offensively.
And he's good on the second.
Now, even with 1 miss, he stretched this out to a 2-possession game.
Pass to Hauser. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your...
Here's Pritchard. Inside. And finished off by Horford.
Pretty strong and physical that time from Al Horford on the inside.
That's from Payton Pritchard.
Robinson up top. Pass to Towns. And stolen by Tatum. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson.
Timeout.
That is his first foul of the game. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Making a switch here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now with the game in the balance, coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Brunson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
At the line, 2 shots.
And Towns drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And the ability to score in many ways. When Tatum drives with force, get out of his way.
Pass to Hart. They grab their own miss. And Robinson is right there. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Back to Hart. New York moving it around. Towns, no luck.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
2 shots.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game. And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And what I love about Tatum, he is decisive with his decision-making in terms of driving the basketball. Solid at kind of just putting his head down and creating the angle, and then the strength there to take the contact and force the foul.
Here's Brunson. Finish off the break.
Oh, huge moment from J.B. Brunson knocking it down.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
It's T-shirt time. We know you want one, so make some noise.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Right side Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. Porzingis inside. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Porzingis making it count. Wants to come through big time and does here.
Knocks it loose. Taken away by Holiday. There's Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked. There.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Now, here's Hart. It's Hart on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Anunoby outside. They get it back. Another shot. Can't capitalize inside. Boston trailing. And there's a whistle. Goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared.
Shooting 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that ties the game up.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 34 points.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
White. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
That is world class.
I've seen that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Good.
Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And Porzingis putting the team on his back. Wow.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's White. And he drives in. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on time.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
.17 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And Brunson's got the mindset to deliver.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Here's Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. No good. Taken away by Holiday. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Hart with it. Anunoby in the corner. Back to Hart. Clock at 6. Porzingis with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's White. That 3 off the mark. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Back to White. Up again. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Sometimes you do a little extra work, something good comes your way, and Porzingis cleans up that offensive rebound.
Out to Bridges. Sinks the triple. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. They've led by as much as 10.
What a dunk from Hart, showing off his athleticism there.
There's Porzingis. Towns with the steal. Bridges with it. He's picked up by White. And Towns throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Brunson outside. Hart trying to get open. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Brunson using that tremendous footwork to keep the defense guessing.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Back to White to end the run.
KTV.